Stay anchored to what God has put in your soul. Okay, you listening? Okay, then the main strategies. The biggest overall strategy is to successfully launch the first phase of projects in Kakmie. We've done that. Q1, right here. Q1. Identify budgets, location, and contractors for our first 2 projects. You can't see it because it's not in color, but on my screen, that's in green. What color is it in? What color did I say it was in? Come on, talk about it. Green, thank you. If I complete the strategy piece, I put it in green. If it's in process, I put it in yellow. If I failed at it, I put it in red. If I haven't done it yet, I just leave it open. I want you to use this document well, okay? This is your strategy snapshot. In Q2, let's go through Q2 real fast. I'm just reviewing how I use this. Hopefully it'll help you as well. The goal is to successfully complete our first 2 projects in Kakmie, Kenya. The 4-stall latrine completed in May. Freshwater well, it's going to be completed in June. Personal visit to the region, here I am. Facilitate leadership workshops for local leaders, here we are. All those are in green. Okay, follow me? So I want you to use this, write it down, make it plain. Make a big bar for yourself. You see the one that's not done there? That's the next step. When I get back home, I leave next week. When I get back home, I'm going to begin contacting potential investors and donors for the next project, which is the school. So then everything I have here in Q3 is all about the school. I want to raise $20,000, $25,000. I want to talk to my closest leader friends, and I'm going to have them invest in the school, and we're going to build a school. That's all in Q3. I asked you last night, write your stuff down, make it plain, make it big, make it clear, and then when you do it, check it off. Check it off. This is the strategy that brings the vision to life. Okay, everybody with me so far? Yes. Okay, thank you. That's going to lead us to tonight. Tonight, as you have already said, is about building a team. So go ahead and turn into tonight's document, tonight's lesson, the power of team. You can see on the front there it says understanding and applying the principle of transfer of authority. We're going to talk about what that means. Every business I've ever built, I started by myself, but quickly realized I need a team. So I'm going to use Pastor David as an example here. I didn't tell him I was going to do this. So I'm going to call you out. Good, you stay right there. I'll just pick on you while you sit right there. So I started my church by myself like him. Started my church by myself. I was new in the area. I didn't grow up there. It was just myself and my wife, and we started in that office building, like I said. I started preaching by myself. I didn't know how to do anything. And people started to come. Now, here's what I found out what happens in the church and in business, but especially in the church. It went something like this. I'm the pastor, even though I was young, I was 28 years old. I'm the pastor, so everyone thought I should be doing everything. Pastor, would you pray for me? Pastor, can you come bless my house? Pastor, can you come bless my company? Pastor, can you pray for my child? Pastor, would you lead our Bible study? Pastor, I think you're the best preacher in the church. No one else should preach. Pastor, could you do this? Pastor, can you come over for dinner? Pastor, you want to play some golf? Pastor, you want to... And there's this line of people asking me to do everything for them. And I realized if I left it like that, I was going to be the bottleneck and the church would never grow. So one of the most important things that I had to learn is I had to learn how to say no. I'm afraid I won't be able to do that for you. It's one of the hardest things for a pastor to say. No, I'm afraid I can't. I began to hear things like, I remember when our church was smaller and you used to spend time with everyone. It doesn't feel like you care about us as much anymore. I remember when you used to love us. Because I had to develop a team to minister to all the needs because I could not do it by myself any longer. Do you feel some of that pressure? Every pastor does. And so there's a principle here, and it's the principle of scaling leadership. God taught it to Moses. Jethro, his father-in-law, taught it to Moses. It's a principle of scaling leadership and building teams. I've watched David this week, and there's something that he does that I really, really like. Almost every time I've seen him or been with him, almost every time, not tonight though, he's with somebody else. He has some young person on the team join him. That's a rule that I grew into, and the rule was never do anything alone. So what he's doing is he's building disciples and young leaders so that he can scale leadership and transfer authority. Because if you expect him to do all the work of the pastoral care in the church, you're going to burn him to the ground. That's what happened to me in my 40s. You're going to burn him to the ground. So he has to learn, and I think he's doing it, he has to learn to transfer authority to other young leaders, and you, the church, have to let him. If you don't let him, he becomes a bottleneck for the church. The church can't grow. That's true for all the businesses that you've talked about that you want to build. Your construction company, your vice presidency, you for your cosmetic company. If you think you can do the whole thing alone and carry all the weight, you're going to burn yourself to the ground. All the other great companies that you've talked about, I'm telling you, you have to learn how to scale leadership. You have to. Are you going to be a one-woman show or a one-man show? And you're going to carry all the burden yourself, and it's going to weigh you down. So tonight is about learning how to transfer authority, build disciples. That's what we call them in the Bible. In business, we just call them leaders. We're building leaders to carry the weight. Okay, you with me? Yeah. Okay. That's the concept. I'm going to walk you through some teaching, then I'm going to break you into some small groups. Here we go. Follow along. Turn the page. We're on page number 1. The power of team, multiplying leaders through the transfer of authority. I'm going to be very clear to distinguish the difference between transfer of authority and delegating tasks. And I really want you to pay very close attention to that when I get there. Okay, here we go. I'm reading, follow along. The strength of a team is not measured by how much the leader can do, but by how much leadership the team can carry. Great leaders do not become indispensable, they become multipliers. Say that word, please, multipliers. Thank you. I want you to consider how you can become a multiplier. That way your impact is greater. The power of a team is released when authority is intentionally transferred. Responsibility is shared and the people are trusted to lead at their level. When leadership is decentralized, that's a key word, I'm going to open that up. When leadership is decentralized, teams don't weaken, they scale. So here's a core teaching concept. From centralized command to the power of a team. Definition. Decentralized command is a leadership approach that empowers leaders at every level to own decisions and responsibilities aligned with the mission, allowing the overall team to move faster, grow stronger, and multiply leadership capacity. A powerful team exists when leadership is not concentrated at the top, so that'd be centralized command, but distributed throughout the organization so everyone knows the mission, understands their authority, and is trusted to act. So key principle number 1, teams multiply when authority is transferred. Let's talk about the transferred authority. So that first bullet point there is delegation. That is delegation of assigned task, but transfer of authority is entrusting responsibilities, decision-making, and ownership. Bring your eyes up here for a second. This is an important, very important point. There's a very big difference between delegating tasks and transfer of authority. Let me explain. Most leaders think they're multiplying leaders when they simply delegate tasks. I'll just make up something. David, I want you to be one of my key leaders in Huntsman Hope Foundation, and I'm going to give you some tasks to carry out. What I'd like you to do is round up some contractors to oversee the construction of a school and the building of a latrine. Do you think you can do that? So I give him the task and I tell him, okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to get all the pricing, I want you to get the contracts, and then bring everything to me. You handle all the tasks, you bring everything to me, and I'll review everything that you brought. Okay? That's a delegation of a task. What I've done is I've taken some work off my plate, but not the emotional load off my plate. I'm still responsible for it. He's just doing the errands for me. That's not transfer of authority. He's just an errand boy doing tasks that I've assigned him to do. He has to, all the authority is still back on my desk. He brings me all the stuff, I'll sign it off, I'll go through all the things. Transfer authority looks very different. David, we have big projects in Cockney. You're my man on the ground. What I want you to do is get the contractors. I trust you. Get the contractors, you agree with the contractor, you get all the permitting, you handle everything. I trust you to carry out all the functions of a leader. Just tell me when it's done and tell me what you need from me. See the difference there? Yes. It's a big difference. It may look like only a small difference, but it's an enormous difference. Now, if he needed some training, which he has not, I would train, I would mentor, we would collaborate. But I'm giving him authority to act as my man on the ground in Kenya for the Huntsman Hope Foundation. I'm not delegating tasks, I'm transferring authority. Everyone understand this? This is really important. What a lot of churches do and businesses do is they just delegate tasks, and then this guy wonders why he's still so tired. I'm so tired because I still have a long line of people out of my office saying, okay, I brought all the information you needed. I got all the contracts for you to review. I got the insights. I got the permits for you to sign. I'm still doing it all. He's just my errand boy. You don't want errand boys. You want co-leaders. Okay, you with me? Yeah. Okay, good. Follow along. Teaching point. You have not multiplied leadership if people need permission for every decision. You've not multiplied leadership. You just have an errand boy or an errand girl. You have not multiplied leadership if you retain all real authority. You have multiplied leadership when others, like in this case, David, can decide, act, and lead within clear boundaries. Teams grow stronger when leaders stop hoarding authority and stop releasing it intentionally. Next page. Key principle number 2. Centralized teams, centralized meaning I'm at the top and I make all the decisions. You become the leadership bottleneck. I think that's pretty easy to understand. Now, here's why a lot of people do this. They still stay with the centralized command leadership model because point number 2, I can make fast decisions. I just make the decisions because only one brain is in the whole authority, right? It's just my brain. Responsibility is hoarded, and the team is waiting for me to make all the decisions. Let me say something else right here. Another reason why leaders do this is because of our ego. We like to be the decision maker because it feels good. Oh, look what a big man I am. Look what a big woman I am. Look at all the people that I get to boss around. That's another reason people like to hoard authority is because their insecure ego needs it. If you want to be a great leader, you need to be humble enough to give it away. Okay? Decentralized teams, They're scalable leadership, slower at first to be sure. You have to train, mentor, all the things about boundaries, everything. The responsibility is shared. The team moves with clarity and confidence. Centralized leadership creates dependent teams, but decentralized leadership creates capable teams. Key principle number 3, and then I'm going to put you to work, is something that I have coined. I call the map to success. I want to give all my young leaders a map to success, M-A-P. A lot of work has been done on the psychology of success. And the psychologists have found we need 3 things as human beings to feel good and confident about ourselves. 3 things: mastery, autonomy, and purpose. That's M-A-P. Okay, so I'm going to teach you the map to success because I want you to give it away. Mastery. So people thrive when they have mastery. That means they have confidence, competence, and the expected skill. So for all of you future business leaders, church leaders, how well are you running your training program? That's what mastery means. How well are you onboarding talent, bringing people into your company? How well, we're going to create a training school here. How well are we training people to do their trades, to run different ministries in the church? People want to be confident in their skill, and if we can give them mastery, then we can give them authority. Okay, autonomy. That's the freedom to give voice to their success. Great leaders give people autonomy. So again, I'll go to David here on the ground. He has a tremendous amount of autonomy with Huntsman Hope Foundation. He's gathering the people. He gets to pick the vendors. He knows the trusted resource. I don't know anything. I don't know anybody here. I trust him to know the right people, get the right people, sign the right contracts. That's all him. He has the autonomy to do all it. He doesn't run any of that by me. Purpose. People want to have deep meaning to their work. So those of you that are future business leaders or current business leaders, listen to this. Please listen to me. Don't just spend all your time talking about the tasks needed at work. Make sure people understand those tasks have meaning to it. There's deep purpose behind their work. If you're an accountant, you're helping people manage their money, there's good work there. Okay, if you're a teacher, there's deep meaning by educating young minds. Remind yourself and those that you are training the deep purpose behind what you do. Great leaders do that. Okay, I'm going to put you to work. Are you ready to work? Are you ready to work? Yes. Okay, better. I thought you were going to sleep on me. Okay, I want you to get in groups of, I want you to turn to page 3. There are 4 discussion questions there. All with what we've taught on. Where am I unintentionally limiting my team's growth? Number 2, who on my team is ready for more responsibility? Number 3, what clarity does my team still need before I can transfer authority? And number 4, what do I need to improve on giving my team a map to success? So I want you to get in groups. I'll let you figure it out. Get in groups of 4, find 3 other people, get in groups of 4, and talk through those 4 questions. Any questions for me? Okay, go. Groups of 4. Ready, go. 3 or 4, you figure it out. Write down what you can. Yeah, write down your ideas or thoughts. Okay? Yeah, you should be writing down your ideas, your comments with your group. I want you to make this practical for you. Okay, 10 more minutes. I'm just going to give you 10 more minutes. Go ahead and keep working. 10 more minutes. Keep moving along. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes, and I'm going to call your attention back up here. 2 minutes. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, go ahead and close your group down and turn your chairs back to face me, please. Okay, go ahead and bring your attention back up here, please. I want to honor your time. Go ahead and turn your chairs back around. Pastor, I love the conversations. They don't want to stop. I love it. I love it. Go ahead and turn your chairs back around. Face up here, please. Oh, this is awesome. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, bring your attention up here, please. First of all, I love the energy. I love that it was hard to break you back up. I realize you're not done, but I want to honor your time. But I want you to do me a favor first. While you were working on your stuff, I took some pictures of you and sent it right to my family. They're just waking up. It's just in the morning at my house. And I sent it to my family and I said, look at my new friends learning how to create vision, strategy, and develop teams. So my family just sent me some stuff back. So now here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a video of you, and on 1, 2, 3, you're going to shout out, hello. Can you say Mzungu family? Can you say that? Is that all right? Is that all right? Yeah. Okay, you're going to say, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and you shout out, hello Mzungu family, okay? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. That's awesome. Yes. Okay. Yeah. What? Oh, is that the yell that you do? Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, Mzungu family.
Love it. Okay. All right, let's get serious. Okay. I know I didn't give you enough time. That's by design. This is normally a 4-hour workshop for us. We're just trying to do it in an hour. What I want to do is plant a seed that stirs up some things in you. So I'm going to give you some homework. The bottom of page 3 and the rest of page 4, maybe you began on it, but I'm going to go through it because I want you to do it as homework, okay? These are action steps. Nothing matters if you don't take action steps. You could come here this week and talk about vision and strategy and team building and blah, blah, blah. If you don't do anything about it, it doesn't mean anything, right? Got to put it to work. Okay, so action. Here's what I'd like to challenge you to do. Number 1, identify one transfer of authority opportunity this month, let's say the month of June. I want you to choose one responsibility that you currently own, clearly define the mission, the boundaries, and the desired outcome, and transfer not just the task, but the authority to decide to someone else that you trust. Okay, does that make sense, everybody? That's action step number 1. Number 2, I want you to begin to think about using work or ministry as a developmental tool. Here's something I learned early on in my ministry. I was probably around 35 or so, and my mentor challenged me. He said this. He said, H, you're using people to do ministry. I want you to use ministry to develop people. Okay, I want that to sink in. This is really important for me. I was using people to do ministry. And he said, you need to use ministry to develop people. And now when I teach it to leaders, I say, you need to use work to develop people. So think about number 2, use work as a developmental tool. Assign responsibility that stretches an emerging leader. Bullet point number 1. Communicate. This isn't just work. This is leadership development. Number 3, underneath that, schedule a follow-up to coach them, train them, mentor them. Okay, homework number 3, clarify the mission and the vision repeatedly. In every team meeting, in every coaching one-to-one, reinforce what are you trying to accomplish, why this matters, and how each role contributes to the overall mission. Remember, authority grows best in an environment of clarity. And number 4, I'll leave you with this, and I'll turn over to David. Commit yourself to improving the map to success in this practical way, and I just want you to fill that out. So, mastery, autonomy, and purpose. How are you helping people gain mastery? How are you helping people gain autonomy? And how are you reminding people of purpose? I want you to write out your strategy there when you get a chance. Okay, last thing I'm going to say. Then I'll turn it over to David. You haven't multiplied yourself until your team can lead without you in the room. Transfer of authority is not loss of control, it's the expansion of impact. And my hope for you is that you become more impactful than you could ever imagine, that all the vision we talked about on Monday, you multiply it, you develop people, and you accomplish great things. Thanks.
Good evening. Are you empowered? Are you encouraged? Are you a better leader than you were before? Good, good. So we come to the close of this training. This training has been awesome. It's called the Impact Leaders Fellowship. This has been good. So day 1 we were taught on vision. Day 2 we did strategy, and day 3 we have done power of team. So all these move together for you to realize your vision. I want to say I'm very grateful to our facilitator, the president of Leaders Edge University, founder and the CEO of Leaders Edge and Hans Van Ho Foundation. We are very grateful. This kind of training is very expensive, but by the grace of God, we have received it for free. Can we clap for Jesus? And I want to say, sir, we are from the bottom of my heart, I'm very grateful. One of my passions is to raise leaders, because the tragedy of Africa is in the lack of functional leadership, both in church and in the public governance. Africa is so much resourced, but even the resources we have cannot translate to impact and development because the leadership is not proper. Just behind us here is Congo. Congo has got the greatest minerals in the world, but Congo is one of the poorest countries of the world. The reason is simple. No proper leadership. You can't, when you walk in Congo streets, when it has rained, you can kick a uranium or even a gold. At night you can see a stone that is shining. Minerals everywhere. But it's poor until Congolese are in the street of Kenya doing hawking. Have you met them? Yes. They come from a very resource-rich country. But the tragedy of leadership is the greatest tragedy a country, a church, an organization can face. In 2016, after we had met, God spoke to me to develop a leadership movement called Grow Leaders Mission. And we moved by saying, when leaders grow, the church will grow. When leaders grow, the business will grow. And that was informed us to register the Lead Grow, so that we develop leaders in the community, in the church, in business, and everywhere. We are so grateful that you are part of this and that you've been able to speak my heart and also what we stand for to change our world one at a time. Praise the Lord. I want to say that tomorrow we don't have training, but for those who have attended for the last 3 days, you will receive your certificates. Make sure you also do registration today so that when we do the audit of the register, we are able to get you the certificates. Those who have attended just for one day like Pastor Paul, we are sorry. But next time, I will invite the president and I will tell you earlier to plan so that you attend full time and receive your certificate. This certification is very important. This certification, one time when you go to American Embassy and they see that you have trained from such kind of a curriculum, you can be trusted to get a visa. So take opportunities like this, okay? Are we together? I want to invite Pastor Paul to help us appreciate our trainer. You know how to lead us clapping. So we are going to clap in 2 levels. So you know the levels. So you can make some comments and thereafter you can help us. You can then lead us in clapping. Meanwhile, register your names, and if you have an email address, write down your email address, because after this we are going to send you some resources on your email address. Are we together? So make sure you write it well. Sawa sawa. So Pastor Paul, you can come and finish the meeting. 1, 2.